Okay, so we're going to try this again. Yesterday I did the first part of the tutorial, recorded it, but it didn't have any of my vocals. So this is me entering into a foray of recording things differently. I'm playing on Steam in order to play this game because I loved Heroes Might and Magic 3. That was the first game I ever played on PC. Fell in love with it and loved it ever since. So brilliant when they brought this back, or now that they're bringing this, sorry, as a new game. It really speaks to that side of me that is, well, the nostalgic side of me. No, not even nostalgia. I'm sorry. It's a brilliant game, tactically and enjoyable. It's a very cool game. So this one is just updated graphic version. It still seems to hold true to what was the original of the game. So anyway, we're going to go in and do the tutorial. As you can see, I've already done that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to start a new one just so that you guys get to see from day dot. So I'm going to do Crash Reboot. Why not? Boom! Off we go. Don't forget, you guys can always find me over on Twitch under CrashTubbyTourettes. I don't stream as often as I should, but when I do, it's always good enough. Come and have a watch. So, welcome to the tutorial. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era is a tactical turn-based game where you will explore maps, recruit and level up heroes, develop cities, and battle your foes. Throughout the game, you will encounter various mechanics. We will introduce these to you and your journey begins with the gameplay basics mission, where you will learn the core elements of the game. Once completed, you will unlock a series of challenges designed to deepen your understanding of the systems. So to begin this, use the menu on the right side of the screen. We hit start mission. Normally on this, it would tell you that the modifiers within the game and all this, so but that'll develop time. Through the tutorial, I'm sure they'll throw sideways curveballs and shit at me. Not the deepest of lore within the game. I don't actually know storyline, to be honest. I suppose I can figure it all out. But anyway, welcome to the tutorial. We are going to teach you the basics of the game. To begin, close this dialogue. When you enter a game, you'll find yourself on the global map, the game where the various objects, locations are scattered. By default, most of the map is covered by the fog of war, a visual effect that obscures the landscape and hides objects. To lift this fog, you must move your heroes, revealing new areas and interacting with special objects that will uncover the world. So to move your hero, you double-click on the map using your left mouse button. The first click will mark the path, the second will confirm and send your bloke over there. And he has a specific amount of movement points, which can be developed over things you pick up in the game, relics, artifacts, skills you learn. This orange line here is his movement. Normally you would depict that would be depicted as his health bar. This is the mana. Now, this is the mana, but this is your movement bar. Because your hero, as an entity, doesn't truly fight or anything like that. He has the ability to cast magic, and in other games he had an attack mechanism, but other than that, your army fights for you. Bit Command and Conquer, but not really. You'll see in the battles what it's like. So, depending on what you're pointing at, the mouse cursor will change to indicate available actions or warn you if movement possible. You can move the map by putting the mouse over here on the sides. You can hold the left button and drag. You can use WASD. All that helps to move the map. And yeah, green is where you can go. Grey is when you've run out of movement. Red indicates you're going to run into a battle. But then you'll know that because there's a mob in front of you. So now that you've learned the basics of movements, make your way to the marked checkpoint. You can always view active tasks in the upper right corner. Green. All these other bits will come into play in a little while, so there's not much point in me saying anything. Yesterday was a bit more involved as a video. I'm going to do these step by step. So we're just going to make our way down to here, which I don't believe we can make one day. No. So there we go. That's the end of this day, so my movement points will end, and I will have to close out the day. So all my movement points have been used up. I had to click the large down here, and it will go to the next day. So month 1, week 1, day 1. So we're going to move to tomorrow. If there are other heroes on the map, on when you hit that, they get their chance to move their armies forward and everything like that. If they're under the fog of war, obviously you can't see them. So we're going to keep moving to here. See these lovely little, not in as I could. I mean, the graphics are lovely. I love these little animals that are all over the place. Butterflies, fireflies. There are a couple of other mobs, monstery sort of animals. They're all backgroundy, but I'm not going to... Right, so we need to go see. So we've completed the first task. We'll now continue along the road and see what's next. As you go, you can see it's opening the fog of war, so we're discovering where we can go further. But this thing here, the Redwood Observatory, it's a special structure that will remove the fog of war in a large radius around it. Throughout the game, I would encounter, or you would encounter, many interactive objects. To learn what each one does, you simply hover the cursor over them. If we interact with this, it'll go further. So wait, it'll get that little mark over it. There we go. Remove the fog of war in a huge radius. Better than climbing a random tree. Then it does that, and virtually the map is open to us now. And this is a small map. So we've got to go around, collect the gold, and then we'll end up in our first fight. So if I now look around the map, but there's a way of opening the map up. Well, hang on, no, scan it back out like that. This is tiny. When all said and done, this map is tiny. There are maps that are 20 times as big as this, and you can play custom maps that you can make yourself. It's very cool. So we've got some more animals to have a look at down in the corner over here, where we're going to run towards a couple of sheepies, but obviously they're nothing. You know, they're not going to attack us or out. They're not going to do a thing. They're just there to look for it. So we'll end today, and tomorrow we start with picking up some gold. You see this up here. This is our resources bar. It's going to tell us about it in a minute, I'm sure. So we've got your gold, you've got your wood, you've got your ore, you've got your gems, you've got your crystals, you've got your mercury, and your alchemical dust. Everything you build or buy utilizes one or two or some of combination of these items. You can get mines during the game, so you can farm these things and keep them coming in. And you'll need one of the crystals or something like that. The bigger ones, the high end, which are obviously last through, they're generally used to buy your top tier most animals, warriors. Sorry, for battling your army mobs. So we're picking up lots of gold here. We're at 3,500 now. This is 4 to 8,000, but I just got a grand there. 4 to 800. So we'll run over towards the front. Oh, look, day over. Next day, we'll grab some god. We'll have some god, thank you very much. So now we've got to keep going. I will start the battle as soon as I step into the square that is next to this mob. It says he has 10 to 19 bad dudes. I'm going to assume, I know, I saw it yesterday, but I'm going to, as I assumed yesterday, that his mobs are in a setup of 3. So you've got those 7 slots. That's for all your army going, like mine, 10, 11, and 12 down the bottom here. You can keep them as 3s. I can stack them up and have just one big battling army, which is what I'm going to do. So we're going to put all those together. You can split them up again. No great whoop, you know. But I like to have a singular army like that for the time being. And here we go. Kick his bum. So battles in Heroes of Might and Magic take place on a separate battlefield, dividing into these hexagonal spaces. Creatures move across these hexes and engage in combat with enemies. Battles proceed in rounds. Once all stacks, both yours and the enemies, have taken their turns, the next round begins. The sequence of turns is determined by initiative. The higher your initiative value, the earlier your stack will act in each round. You can always check the turn order by looking at the initiative bar at the top of the screen. It's literally this. Before the battle begins, you enter the tactical phase, where you can assign your troops to where they want to be. You can stack them up. You can do all these, put them where you want, basically, but only within this area. So, I'm moving one little step forward. It doesn't get me any closer to over here. Start this one, it ends one step earlier, so it's the same amount of steps regardless. It makes me feel like I'm going to get a bit closer quicker. Each individual character, they generally have a different amount of movement points that they can go along the hexes. and eventually your boss, your big guy, is going to have an ability to attack, but at the moment he has none. So the goal of the battle is to defeat the whole army. To achieve it, you must attack them, obviously. The game features creatures with 3 attack types. You've got right next, so melee, then you've got kind of a kind of spear length melee, and then you've got archery or long range attacks. If there's something in the way of those, like maybe a barrier of some variety, you can still do long range attacks, but it will do it at a cost of maybe half damage. So if your stack can't attack, you can choose to if your stack can't attack at the moment, it can move closer to the enemy. The maximum movement depends on speed. A creature can both move and attack in the same turn. Important though, any action, an attack or a move ends that creature's turn. So, although it doesn't really read it correctly, because you can both move and attack in the same turn. So you can move up to get in front of me, and your turn won't straight up end, because at that point you can still attack. So yeah, this bit here doesn't really, in my head, doesn't fit. So when your creatures attack the enemy in melee combat, they may receive a counteract in response. Number of counterattacks is limited. Usually creatures can excuse me, counterattack only once per round. In certain situations, you don't want a stack to attack or move. You can use additional tactical, which you can either wait or you can skip your turn, basically, and that's pretty obvious. If you wait, it just moves you from the beginning of the turn order to the end of the turn order. Okay, so manage those movements and stuff wisely, obviously. It can make a difference between winning and losing. Now look, he can't get to me right now. He's moved, say, 5 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going to be able to reach me next turn, no matter how he does. So when these guys move, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, they're not going to be able to reach me, but next turn they might be able to reach 1, 2, 3, 4 with their... Oh, actually, they've got pikes, so they should be able to reach me next turn. So they're going to get the first attack, because I'm going to move just to there and let them get the drop on me for the next turn. But that's fine. That's my... Yeah, they're still going to be able to hit me, but I don't think all of them are going to be able to hit me. Well, they will, because I'm going to come out to hit him. I'm going to have to move 1 step forward in order to take him down. But I now can't move back again. He can't get me, but this guy's going to hit me. Fine. And now they're going to kill. There you go. One of my guys has died. But I got a counter attack. Beautiful. But now probably another one's going to die. Yeah, another one died. And we'll come around the back for... Well, on the side, actually. I always kind of assume a back attack is going to do a little bit more damage. I'm not 100% sure if it does. So we lost 2 men. That's okay. It's not too bad. We killed a few others. We've got some experience. Not bad. Well done. This time, if it's a weak enemy, but on our journey, we will encounter much stronger foes with much more developed armies. We can see some swordsmen's garrisons in front of us here, here, and here. Special buildings where you can hire reinforcements. So we're going to use the gold that we've collected to buy some new Loki's. Well, we will, but it'll be tomorrow. So there we go. And so the next day. So we can recruit swordmen at these dwellings. The weekly growth increases by 1. So, yeah. Go and grab us some swordsmen. 1440 for 18. Very nice. Thank you very much. Moving forward, your strengthened army can now take on a tougher enemy. Yeah, I could, in theory, sit here for a week or 2 and just pick up lots more men. If it's an 18 a week, then brilliant. But in doing that, these guys, there's 20 to 49, his army will grow. Even though he's out on the field, because he's a factionless, as it were, army, they will grow. Do you want to end? And why are you asking me that? I have no more movement points. Oh, I do. I had 1 more. Obviously, it'll always do that. So there we go. We've now got bugger all gold, but we've got an army. And now we can make your boy up here. But before I do that, I am going to split my army down into 2 stacks. Because again, I think he's going to have 3 stacks. This time, probably about 10 each, maybe. And yeah, I think that's probably my best bet. So let's go kick his ass. Obviously, tutorial, it's easy. You're not expected to lose. So I don't need to move those around. Yeah, 12, 13, 12. Okay. Fine. No point in me bringing out. I will get my turn. It looks like that was a defend as well. So he's going to get an attack. No. Oh, I didn't think he would take one out, but he did. He's going to get an attack and take another one out. Oh, his wasn't quite as good. Oh, there's one less in his attack. Now I'm going to run the risk. This dude here with 12 is going to come at me, which isn't a risk. He's going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. He shouldn't be able to attack that one, but he will be able to attack me. So I could have gone to here, couldn't I? That would have made a bit more sense. Either way, we're getting... If he comes to this one, I'm losing another man. There we go. Okay, we lost another. Oh, 2. You son of a bitch. That was a bit rude. I think we lost 4 people. Oh no, 3. Okay. That's, again, acceptable. It'd be really nice if you didn't lose any, obviously. Okay, so hero skills and levels. By exploring the world, defeating opponents, your hero earns experience points. Once enough is gained, you will level up. With each new level, the hero receives random improvements. Their attributes and chooses one of 3 secondary skills. Passive abilities that enhance their performance. Choose your skills wisely to strengthen your hero. Heroes with well thought out skill combos play a key role in victory. So you have 4 attributes. Attack, defense, spell power, knowledge. Pretty substandard. Pretty standard, really. Attack and defense are added to the corresponding stats of the creature in combat, increasing the damage they deal or reducing the damage they take. Spell power boosts, the effectiveness of spells. Higher values mean increased spell damage, and longer durations, positive or negative effects. Knowledge increases the hero's maximum mana, allowing more spell casting. Spell points. In addition, you also have combat stats. You have morale and luck. It can be applied to all creatures in the army, and morale will affect your creature's behaviour. High morale will give you an extra turn, whereas low will skip it. It's important to remember that if you have an army made up of multiple different factions, your morale will go down by 1. If you have all of your own faction, 1 morale bonus. Always worth it. Luck, but sometimes you have to pick up random wandering armies. Luck increases the chance of landing a lucky, enhanced, or unlucky weakened strike. The attributes gained at each level depend on the hero's class. So your might heroes will get attack and defense generally, and magic will get spell and knowledge. Similarly, the probability of acquiring specific secondary skills varies as well. So might heroes learn army focused skills, whereas magic heroes are spell enhanced. So each secondary skill has 3 levels. The hero levels up, the skill can be advanced. Follows. So upon reaching the 2nd level, you choose one of 3 sub-skills. And upon reaching the 3rd level, you choose one of the 2 finals. Each upgrade improves the core effect of the skill and allows you to tailor your hero to your preferred playstyle. In addition, your hero can attain an advanced class. To do so, you need to acquire a specific combination of maximum level skills. Challenging path, but it is worth it. The hero will become significantly stronger and gain powerful new abilities. To find out which skills are required to unlock an advanced class, hover your mouse over the class icon in the hero's profile. Also, pay attention to the hints shown when leveling up. If a skill will bring you closer to your advanced class, a small icon corresponding class. At any point during the game, you can view detailed information about your hero. To do this, double-click your hero's port. So these are what I get to choose now. I already have basic scouting, which gives me an extra sight. 1 to my sight radius, which means I can see further in the cloud of war. So I can go to advanced scouting here, or I can up my offensive. I can deal more damage or take more damage, I think, for purposes of what we're going into now, which is possibly a castle battle. I'm going to take less damage. Bit of extra defense. So, yeah. And again, for your not linear, your progression, you get given what you get given. But when I did this tutorial yesterday, I was offered spellcraft for him, so I could learn level 3 spells without having to have an original spell user. So I I took that. Okay, so we're going to go over to here and we're going to get ourselves out a fight because there's no garrison there. Ding, we're in. And there's a cow with mushrooms on his back up here, which is very Diablo-esque. Well done, you've completed your first part of the tutorial and know the basics. In the next tutorial mission, you will learn more advanced features and strategies in great detail. Very easy. Congratulations, you've successfully completed the first tutorial mission and learned the basics. A more challenging mission is now available, offering a deeper introduction into the mechanics of Hero. Okay, we will end this video here, and part 2 will be up very soon, because I'm going to go ahead and do the second part here, and yeah, upload that too. So thank you very much for watching. As a favoured... sorry, excuse me. I must explain something. I might stutter and I might jitter my way through thingies, losing words occasionally, and I might say some really random stuff. I suffer from Tourette's, so I tick, have verbal and motor tics. So you may notice those things. I'd like you to all understand that the things I say aren't meant to be taken as offensive. Some of them sometimes can be. I have little to no control over what happens when I have an attack. So please be aware of that. But there's your warning. I should put it in the title at some point, I'm sure, as well. Once again, thank you very much. I've been CrashTubbyTourettes. Find me on Twitch, and of course this is my YouTube channel. You're already here, so you know well enough the sort of stuff I do. A favoured YouTuber says when he ends his... a favourite of mine, when he ends his things, he says a like is always appreciated, but not necessary. Now, I'm quite happy for you to like or not like, comment or not comment. It's all up to you. If you do find some form of entertainment value out of what I'm doing, then please feel free. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and chuck us a comment in there. I'm always happy to receive some words of encouragement. So thank you very much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Take care now. Boom!